So I get out of the shower, I walk into my room, I grab my phone, and I lay on the floor. Butt ass naked, wet, and scared. I thought to myself, if I don't get help right now, I'm gonna pass out, I'm gonna suffocate in my sleep, and I'm not gonna wake up. I type 911 in my phone. And then I stop. I think to myself, am I really about to let these people in my apartment complex see me like this, bro? Are you good? You know how embarrassing that would be? So here's what happened. It was after school on a typical hot sunny day in Jamaica, and I'm on the blacktop basketball court by myself shooting hoops in my school uniform. So there I am, doing my thing, when through the corner of my eye, I see a familiar face walking up to the court. And I knew what he wanted. He wanted to shoot around. Now, if it was anyone else, I would have gladly welcomed the company. But fuck this guy. So you just watched a scene from one of my upcoming animations confronting the high school bully. It's gonna be fire, but in order for you to fully enjoy it, I need you guys to go watch my last animation trying to impress the high school bully. I promise you, you're gonna be glad you had watched that one before this one comes out. It's 14 minutes long, and it's very entertaining, link in the description. Go check it out, and that way when I drop this next animation coming out very soon, you're gonna love it, all right? Cool, go watch the video. Peace. I used to think that people who complain about anxiety were just weak people. You remember that scene from The Dark Knight Rises where Bane is like, "Oh, you think darkness is your ally. You've merely adopted the dark. I was born in it, molded by it. Nigga, that's me in stress, nigga, that's me, bro, that's how I feel. I was born into stress, molded by it, because I was born and raised in the murder capital of the world. Side note, apparently El Salvador just passed us for #1, which either means progress or El Salvador is now literally the footstool of Lucifer. Either way, second still pretty bad. You wanna know what the news sounds like every night in Jamaica? Death, death, murder, murder, death. Also, the cricket team is doing really well. Breaking news, there has just been more death and also murder. Like, just Google images Jamaican house, bro. They all got bars on the windows and doors, all of them. That's so you can keep all the death, murder outside your house. In America, you lock your door with a cute little key. I knew the word master lock before I knew when my birthday was, because that's the brand of padlock you use to lock your doors at night. It's basically voluntary imprisonment. So when I hear people complain about having anxiety, I'm like, okay, nigga, you go tell me that you too hot next or hungry? Welcome to life, bro. Just be glad you didn't have to participate until you became a teenager. I always thought anxiety was normal. Like, for as long as I can remember, I've never woken up and just felt calm, you know? Like, from the moment I open my eyes, it's just pressure, deadlines, relationships, expectations, money, family obligations. I always felt like I was either running from something or trying to catch something. What that something is, I don't fucking know. All I know is that I just gotta keep running. And this is the way that I've lived my life, thinking stress, worry, and anxiety are simply burdens that all who pursue excellence must bear. And anyone who complains about it, or even go as far as to say they have panic attacks, are just not cut out for the honest brutality of life. But one day that all changed, and I had my first ever full-blown panic attack, during which I truly believed that I was going to die. It was in the middle of the day. I had gotten maybe 2 or 3 hours of work done when I sat on my couch feeling very sleepy, which I thought was very weird because I had just finished my 3rd cup of coffee for the day, and it was maybe 1 o'clock. I remember feeling lightheaded and hot, but the heat was coming from inside my body. So I laid down on the couch and closed my eyes, and within minutes I passed out. I don't know how much time passed, maybe 30 minutes to an hour, when I was awoken by this pulsating thud in my head. I sit up and I feel like I just ran a marathon. My heart was racing, I was out of breath, which immediately alarmed me because I was just asleep. Quickly, I realized that I couldn't breathe. Sound familiar? Something told me it wasn't AFib though. If you don't know what AFib is, go watch the Night My Heart Stopped Beating video. I actually thought, yo, I might have just caught the sickness, bro. You know the one, the reason why everybody gotta wear a mask now. I started regretting all the shit I talked about, how I think the whole thing is overblown and a waste of time and money. I started praying to God to save me from the disease. I get up, super lightheaded, and I make my way to the bathroom. And then I look in the mirror. Bro, my eyes were more red than the most red they had ever been from hitting the dankest of danks. At this point, I realized that my brain wasn't getting any oxygen. Shortness of breath, lightheadedness, red in the eyes. That's what a dude looks like when he's getting choked out in MMA. I get undressed and I hop in the shower, hoping the cold water hitting my skin will help with the inflammation in my lungs. But I honestly couldn't stand under the water for even 10 seconds. I felt like I was gonna pass out. So I get out of the shower, I walk into my room, I grab my phone, and I lay on the floor. Butt-ass naked, wet, and scared. I thought to myself, if I don't get help right now, I'm gonna pass out, I'm gonna suffocate in my sleep, and I'm not gonna wake up. I type 911 in my phone. And then I stop. I think to myself, am I really about to let these people in my apartment complex see me like this, bro? Are you good? You know how embarrassing that would be? If I'm gonna leave this apartment on a stretcher, it better be in a body bag. Also, there is a chance this isn't gonna kill me. And if I call this ambulance, I'm about to get hit with like a $4,000 hospital bill. Are you good? Nah, bro. If I'ma die, just let me die. That's dead ass how I felt. So once I accepted that this might be the end, I got up and I put on some boxers and sweatpants because if I was gonna be found dead, I didn't want to be naked. So there I lay on the floor, waiting for me to either pass out or for things to start getting better. And as I laid there contemplating death, I learned a few things about myself. One, I noticed that I didn't particularly want to talk to anyone. Not my mom, my dad, my sister, my friends, nobody. I just wanted to be alone. Which I thought was weird, you know? Because you always hear that people want to die being surrounded by those they love. But to be honest, I like the fact that I was alone. What do you think that was about? I don't know. Comment below. Two, I noticed I had no regrets, no feelings of, damn, I never got married, never had a kid, never bought a house, never made X amount of money, never visited Japan. All things I wanted to experience, but I didn't feel like I was missing out on anything. Which I also thought was weird, right? They say live life every day like it's your last, but when I thought it was about to be over, I realized, to me, nothing actually mattered. At least that's how I felt. And I'm not trying to bum you out, okay? This is not a sad story. I love life. I don't want to die. I have a ton of plans for the future. I live as healthfully as I can so that I can have a long and healthy life. I'm just telling you how I felt when I thought I was about to die. Anyway, I decided to call somebody, right? My co-host from my podcast, The Thrill. And I told him what was going on. At first, he thought I was joking, but he quickly realized that I was serious. And then he told me to call 911, to which I replied no. And that if he doesn't hear from me in like a day, it probably means I'm dead. Yeah, I don't know what that means. Like, I'm the happiest I've ever been in my life. I'm the most grounded, the most spiritual I've ever been. I guess I just found out that I'm not scared to die, which I think is a good thing. Anyway, as I lay there in acceptance, I noticed that my heart rate started to slow down, and I gradually became able to breathe again. I get up, and I sit on my bed, and in like an hour, I returned to feeling 100%, which told me that this wasn't the sickness. And as I sat there, I started to think about what could have caused this. First, I realized what it was. It had to be a panic attack. Because one, I knew it wasn't a disease, because you don't get super sick and then completely cured within the space of an hour. 2, I knew it couldn't have been an allergic reaction because I didn't eat anything out of the ordinary. Also, I'm not allergic to anything. And 3, I didn't think it was a coincidence that the closer I got to accepting death, the more my symptoms went away. So now I'm trying to figure out what causes panic attack. You know, there was nothing crazy going on in my life. There were no tragedies, no emergencies. And this may sound strange, but my intuition told me that it was the coffee. In fact, I felt like my body at that point had been telling me for weeks that coffee was really starting to hurt me. But because I'd been drinking coffee every day for years, I ignored it. On March 19th of this year, I quit vaping and I quit nicotine for good. Haven't touched it since. On May 26th, I quit using magic for good, aka, you know, the good grass. And the 4th of July weekend was the last time I've had a sip of alcohol. Coffee was literally the only thing I had left, nigga. That was it. That was all I had. But something deep down was telling me it had to go. So I threw it all away and said no more, never again. And after the first week of hell passed, of me detoxing the caffeine, my anxiety went away. And look, I'm not a psychologist, and I know that anxiety can be caused by an array of things. And I've always known that coffee isn't the best thing in the world, but if you told me a year ago that all of my anxiety was coming from drinking caffeine, I would have said you were fucking crazy. But when I say my stress levels, my quality of sleep, how my stomach feels, how I feel on a day-to-day, just how at peace I am. When I say that all those things have improved tenfold since quitting coffee, I am not exaggerating. Now, I'm not telling you to quit coffee. Do whatever the fuck you want. I'm just sharing my personal story, my personal opinion. All I'm saying is that if you feel like your life is filled with stress and you think that it's coming from all these other things in your life, but you also drink a ton of coffee, maybe consider giving it a break and seeing how that makes you feel. All right, thanks for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe. Share this video with a friend, especially if you have one that loves coffee. I love you. Like and subscribe. I'll see you again soon.
We gotta go. Baby, we're wasting our time trying to decide where we should go. Baby, just follow your mind. Let it decide all on its own. Baby, I know what you're scared of. No, I'll give you everything I have, but won't go near love. I can hear those demons from my past again, yeah. Moving too fast again. Don't wanna put you to the side, but you know it's hard to decide, yeah. But in the meantime, can we keep moving like this? If you want more, I'm gonna need time. Live in the nighttime, girl, you know it's my time. Do you wanna come for a ride? Baby, there's a price for this lifestyle.